Okay, so today we're going to be working on this 2001 Ford Super Duty. It's a crew cab, has cloth seats in here right now, manual seats, adjustments. You can see that it being a little bit of an older seat now, the driver's seat portion here has worn down. The foam's still in pretty good shape actually, so I don't think I'm going to put on any additional foam as a foam repair. It's just the cover that's torn here. And you can see this plastic is starting to warp up. I'm not going to be able to do much there with the seat covers. Now, they always could kind of get a replacement plastic piece there if they wanted to do that, but the cover that will go on top of this should help kind of cover up this portion right here, make that look a little bit better. Obviously the seat's going to be covered up, looking a lot better. This rear seat had some stains on the cloth, as you can see down there, so we're going to get that all covered up with a new cover in a black and gray charcoal soft touch. So that should look real nice, a simulated leather look inside here, and we'll get going on the install. So the first covers that I'll show you how to do is this 20 section, the middle 20 seat section right here. I've actually already installed the passenger seat, and I'll show you how to do that when I do the driver's seat over here, because the steps are the same. But first we're going to do this top lid cover right here. So here's the lid cover, 2 straps, and a piece of Velcro on the back side right here, and that's actually going to connect with the 20 section backrest right here. That's going to have some Velcro that's going to go up and connect to this piece right here. So we'll start to get this fit on, open up this Velcro, and start to fit this top lid on. Now I've started to fit this on. I've just capped it over the corners here and haven't done these Velcro pieces yet, but that's gonna be my very next step. Is I'm just gonna lightly attach those Velcro underneath there, and really what's gonna help hold this backside on is once I do this 20 section backrest. So since I'll just do those Velcro pieces, and then we'll start on this 20 section backrest piece to really connect up this back piece here. So here's the 20 section backrest piece. So what you need to do is lift this cover, or lift this 20 section up right here, and then take this cover and start to slide that underneath right there, and then start to fit this over the seat like that right there. So once you have the front of this kind of pulled up and started to pull it on, you're going to reach right on the back side right here. What I've done is I've taken this Velcro from the 20 section backrest and stuck it to this Velcro that was on the lid cover right there. So now you can see that's going to pull the back side of that lid cover in, and again, you got to connect those two. So it should look like that on the back side right there. So the next steps to attach the 20 section backrest is there's going to be a Velcro section right here on the side that attaches up to another Velcro strip right there. So you just pull that around to the sides there, that attaches on, and then you're gonna just fit that around. Now this was kind of peeling up, this front plastic's peeling up, so I kind of tucked this cover underneath it right there. Now if it's not peeling up, if it's not warped, then you end up just pulling the cover right up to where they meet right there. So it covers the cloth. It doesn't cover the hard plastic right there, but that's where you'd line it up. But if it's warped like that, you can tuck it underneath until you potentially get a replacement or get this fixed and adhered back down. So there's the 20 section backrest right there. You'll kind of tuck it around this. I did need to use the trim tool to kind of push that in around that piece right there. And that's all looking good there. Now it's time to do the 20 section bottom. So here's the 20 section bottom cover. What I've done is I've turned it inside out so you can see the foam on the underside right now. And I'm going to, these are the straps go on the front side, and these buckles are going to be on the back. Now what I'm going to do is line this up first, just inside out like that, and then start to unwrap it onto the seat. And these cutouts on the sides, don't be confused, they're not for this female receiver here. They're actually for the seat belt, at least on this side right here. This is for the middle center seat belt, okay, on that side right there. Over here, Now, it is gonna be for the female receiver right here, okay, for the seatbelt receiver. So that's what those cutouts are for. Don't try to put these driver and passenger seatbelts through that. That's just for the center seat section. So I unraveled that front edge of the seat cover over, and now here's the back side, and there's these buckles, and I've passed straps from the front to the back. I just got to reach underneath, and we're going to strap up these buckles right here. Also, there's side Velcro. This is what I want to show you here. Here's a Velcro tab right here. So this one's going to push right against next to the seat. I'm just going to push that down, and then it's going to stick onto, there's carpet right here on that side right there. And then also on this side over here, there was a Velcro tab that came around on the side here and then stuck onto the carpet, okay? So those are good there. Now we're gonna take this, I'm gonna reach underneath, grab those straps, and then strap up these buckles here. So I have these straps put through the buckles now. Just wanna show you this before I tighten these up. The first slot that I go through is this middle slot right here. And then the last slot is this outside slot. So that way it's gonna grip along these teeth right there. And as I pull that tight, it'll hold it tight. This slot right here, that slot is just for this cover to hold on to the buckle, or the buckle to be fastened to the cover right there. So that's not a slot that you're gonna put the strap through. It's just this middle slot and the outside slot. So the back side should look like this when you got those two straps strapped up there, and I've taken this side and tucked it in towards the plastic a little bit more. This one just is going to come straight down, and there's that other Velcro piece that comes around the other side of it right there. Perfect. So now the front is gonna look nice and smooth on the front side right there as well. So that's the 20 section bottom all finished out. So 20 sections all done. Now we can move to the driver's seat and start doing this driver's seat section, get this all covered. You can see how dirty and worn this has been through the years, this work truck. We can get this all covered back here. So the first thing we're gonna do on this bucket seat right here is the backrest section. So the backrest cover is gonna be a separate cover from the bottom as per usual. And the front side of it is this right here. These are molded headrests, so that means the cover goes up and over the molded section, non-removable headrest. And this is the charcoal soft touch with the black soft touch trim. And this part is right on the front side, and that felt right there is going to tuck through the seat right there. Once we have this pulled over, that's going to tuck through and to Velcro on the back side right there. It's going to stick on. So we'll start pulling this over, push that through, and stick that Velcro together. So I'm starting to pull this over now, and one trick is to take the cover and roll it up like this in your hand and then pull down on it like that, and that helps to kind of get enough of the cover to pull down. And you're going to want to make sure that it fills in. You know, you don't have extra space up at the top right here, and so you're going to pull that down until there's no space at the top, and then it's kind of filling in over these shoulders right here as well. You can see now I've pulled this far enough down that there's no space at the top, and it's filled in around these shoulders nice and tight right there. That's how it should fit. Now it's time to push this felt through the seat right there. Once you have that felt pushed through right there, you need to pull it up nice and tight as it can go, and then take this Velcro and just stick that down onto it. Okay, so it should look like this once you have that Velcro stuck down to that felt. Now it's time to get the bottom seat cover bottom going. So we have the driver bottom cover here. The driver bottom tapers a little bit more on the outside right here. It was labeled, but just so you know, on this particular cover, that one tapers a little bit more. That one's this inside is a little longer on this side skirt. And there's also a cutout section around here for the seatbelt. Okay, so that's gonna go around the seatbelt section right here. Now just around the driver's side seatbelt, female receiver there. And then this one over here, we're gonna pull this cover on, push that through the crack in the seat there, and then we're gonna tuck this into the plastic trim right there, okay? And that's gonna keep it looking nice and flush on the side there. Now, these straps, this middle strap is gonna go underneath to a solid bar and then back to itself. That keeps the cover from ever sliding forward. And these two outside straps are gonna go underneath the seat up to buckles, and then strap onto these buckles right here and cinch that down tight. And then this string right here actually goes around to another string on the other side, and they tie off. And that's what we're gonna do here. So once you have the cover, this part pushed through right there through the seat, and then you're also gonna tuck this in right here. You can either just use your hands, or we do send you with this trim tool right here, so you can use that trim tool, tuck it in right there. Now you want to be careful that you're not pushing real hard with this simulated leather. This hard trim tool can scuff that, so you got to be just gentle if you're using this right here. I actually just used my hands and it tucked in fine for most of it. Now this string on the outside, on this particular truck, what I like to do is I take this one right here, and I actually go on the inside of this spring right here. It's like a seat spring, something like that. And I go on the inside of that. Some other trucks, I go on the outside, like through here. But this particular truck, it works better if you go on just the inside of that. And then what I'm gonna do is pull the string through on the back side right here, okay? And once that's pulled through, then I'm gonna take the rest of this fabric that's down here. You see how that's kind of bunched up? I'm gonna take that and tuck it underneath as far as I can go, tuck it underneath that spring right there, and just make sure everything's looking nice and clean on the outside and tucked in right there. So just to give you an idea here, that's about as much as I was able to tuck in, and that's looking really good. You can see this line is kind of lined up with the top of the seat right there. That's tucked in underneath right in there, and looking good on the outside right here, okay? Now, if your truck was missing more foam right here, you may want to put like another ½ inch or an inch of additional foam. The seat cover does come with a ½ inch of foam backing, so it'll add a little bit more. But if it's really worn down, then you may want to add a little bit more underneath before you put the seat cover on. But to finish the install, we're gonna take this string right here, tie it around to the other string over there, and then do up those straps underneath. So you can see what it looks like on the back side here. This was another Velcro piece that I pulled on the inner flap right here and stuck that to the carpet right there. And now what I'm gonna do is take this string, and I like to really identify which string is gonna be my moving string and which one is gonna be my locked in string. And this one is really tight right here. So this is gonna be the string that I'm gonna lock in. So this is gonna be the one that I tie a noose around right here, and it's gonna kind of stay at this 90-degree angle as I tighten the seat up. And this one right here, since it comes straight back from the seat and there's really not anything tight holding this seat here, this will be my moving string as I tighten this up. So I'll tie a little noose around this one right here, and then we're gonna take this string, pull it nice and snug, and then across, and then tie it on. Okay, so I pulled that nice and snug right there. That is through the noose right here. And again, just pulling that snug right there, and then I'm gonna tie it off. Now, when I pulled this one tight over here, I pulled straight back on it, and then I curved it at the 90-degree angle, and then tied it off right there. So that's really the trick to do that, because this is my moving string here. I'm gonna pull that nice and snug, pull it across, then tie it off. Now that I have that tied off right there, I'm gonna take this middle strap, and this middle strap again is gonna go down to a solid bar underneath the seat and then back to itself, to this buckle right here, and cinch that down. And then that really locks this seat from ever sliding forward. And then I'm gonna take these side straps and just push them towards the front, and then they're gonna lock down to those buckles. And again, another reminder on how to do these buckles here. You're gonna go through this middle slot first, and then through that outside slot. And then that's how, when you pull that tight, it'll lock down. So once you have that pulled through right there, you can lock that in. And again, I just went to a solid bar underneath. once you have that center strap and buckle done, you'll take these two straps here, pass them up to the buckles, and same type of thing. You'll just put those through the buckles and then cinch them down tight. Okay. Now, one little trick is as you're cinching that down tight, you can take your other hand up at the top right here, push down, compress on the seat and seat cover, and then pull with the other hand. And that helps to really get the seat cover to conform better to your seat. And after that, after you do those two, your seat bottom will be done. And then we're done with the bucket, backrest, and bottom. Now we're ready to move to the back seat. So we're doing this back seat now. First, we're gonna do the backrest. And first thing we'll do is open this cover up. Here's the front side of the cover with that armrest opening. And we'll open this up between the Velcro and the felt there, and just pull it on top, and then start to fit the whole cover on top. And then this felt's gonna push through the seat around to this Velcro to attach on. So I have that cover pulled over the top right now, and the Velcro pushed through the space between the backrest and the bottom. And now I'm going to just make sure everything's fitting nice and smooth before I attach that Velcro down. I just need to attach that felt and Velcro down on the back side. And then we're gonna start working on this armrest section. Okay, so now that we got most of this backrest on, I'm gonna start on the middle armrest section right here. Just pulling this over, and there's gonna be Velcro right here. And also this one is gonna push through and attach to that Velcro right here. So I'm just gonna reach around. There's actually quite a bit of space right here for this. Some trucks are really, really tight, but this one's not too bad. Get that Velcro around and stick this on. So once you have this backrest cover on and the armrest cover on, again, to do that, you just pull it over and attach that Velcro on the back side. Not too bad right there. And got that armrest in now. Now it's time to do the bottom, the seat cover bottom piece. Again, it's all one solid bench, so we're just going to pull this over. This is a non-movable bench, meaning it doesn't lift up. So it's going to be a cover for the top, the sides, the front, and then there's going to be some straps underneath. So I have this bottom cover pulled over right now, and then I have the straps pushed through the seat. Now what I need to do is take all these straps and pass them underneath the seat and go up to those front buckles and fasten up all those buckles. I've gone through and taken these straps to these buckles, cinched everything down nice and tight. Now these two front middle straps to buckles, I'm actually just going to double check with the customer that they still want to use this cup holder. They actually had this off, and I think they had it off when they were using it as a work truck, and now that they're selling this truck, I think they're going to get they're going to want this back on. So if they want this back on, what I'm going to do is finish installing the front side right here, and then I'm going to feel through where those there's these two metal round pieces right here, and then I'm just going to make a little X right over that and then pop the cover around that, so then I can expose those and it'll be nice and flush right there, and then this will go on top of it right there like that. Now what we need to do on the back side here is tie up this string. So this comes from one side here and to the other side. Again, we're just going to tie a noose in one side right there, pull them snug, and then tie them off together. And that's going to help just keep the sides right here kind of tucked underneath the seat right there and around the corners. And we'll do that next. So once you have those strings tied up, then we're good to go. It's all installed. The bottom's all on, looking good. You can see the sides covered, top covered there. Looking good there. Now that I'm done with the install, I just want to clean the covers up a little bit because I was getting things kind of dirty as I was crawling in and out of the truck. So I have a microfiber cloth here. I just got a little damp. Got it a little damp with some water, and so you can see, so like here's the dirt. I'm just gonna wipe it off here and just kind of clean it up a little bit. Wipes up really easy with the microfiber cloth. Again, you can just get a little water on it and clean it up. That's one of the main reasons I love this simulated leather, is it cleans up so easy. Super easy to maintain. And that's about it on the install there. Everything looking really nice.